Going to kind of keep talking and see if anybody bounces on. Okay, so we are live again. It just said that we had no connection, so if you joined on, hello. My name is Kirsten, and welcome to my Facebook Live. I am waiting for people to bounce on. Let's see if they do, but I'm going to keep talking anyways. So even if they don't, you guys can replay this and watch it. If you are on, please give me a little purple heart. That is my favorite, or say hello or whatever you would like, and I will try to answer you back. So okay, so I'm excited. I don't know if you missed the first part of this, but I did say we were going to be talking about spiritual awakening. One of my favorite subjects to talk about, because we all go through it sometime in our life. Sometimes we're aware of it, and sometimes we don't know what's going on with us. We just know something's different. We just don't know what it is. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So let me know if you're on. Let me know if you can hear me, for one, if you can see me, because I keep getting a thing that says low internet connection. So hopefully it's working. Oh, hey Sue. Hello. Welcome back. So again, we're going to keep rolling with it. Send me some thumbs up, send me some hearts, purple. It don't matter what color heart, but I love purple. So, and we're going to keep rolling. So today is about spiritual awakening, being awake. What does it mean? Why do sometimes we go through it? How come some people go through it and some people don't? Or are we going through it and we don't know we're going through it? So these are some of the things that we're going to talk about. And I'm really excited about talking about spiritual awakening because it's one of my favorite subjects. I love it. I love it because when I went through my spiritual awakening, it changed my life. I mean, completely changed my life for the better. And that's what happens when you become spiritually woke. It's because you do, things become better for you. I mean, everything makes sense. You're able to go through life easier, better. Your relationships can become better. You can think clearer. You see things for the way that they are. And these are all the little things that we're going to talk about. So that's why I wanted to talk about this so much, especially early on in these Facebook Lives, because it's one of the biggest things that I know so many people are going through or have went through. So let's figure out what does it mean? Like, what does it even mean to be awoke? What does it even mean for spiritual awakeness? And I'm talking about through my experiences. Okay, so there's hundreds of different information you can read on, you can look up, you can YouTube, you can do whatever. There's so much information on what it is, but I'm going to talk a lot about my own experiences as well with my spiritual awakening. But it basically is when you become aware of something deep in your life that has a deeper meaning. So that's what it means to me. It's like I became aware there's something deeper. You know, there's something in my life that has a deeper meaning to it. But what is it? And one of the things that you will keep going back in your mind, okay? So there will be like this tape that keeps going in your mind. And it'll be like, there's got to be something better than this. There's got to be something better than this. And you just keep going back to that. Or what is my purpose? Like, I feel like I'm missing something, but what is my life purpose? I know I'm supposed to be doing something more than what I'm doing. And when you hear this or when you think this, it's okay, you know what? That is a sign. That's one sign. There's a lot of different signs that you are spiritual awakening. But the biggest one that came to me was, I know there's something bigger. I know I'm supposed to be doing something more than what I'm doing. There's a purpose, but what is that purpose? And then sometimes you get in your own mind, right? And then you start feeling like you're going, oh, crazy, like what's happening to me? Because not only does that happen, hey Judy, hello, but not only does that happen, all these little other things start to happen when you start to awake. And at first you might be, is something going on? And then other times you're like, nah, I'm just having a day. I'm just having a day. Well, no, that's not really what it is. You're awakening. I like to call that a trigger awakening. So when I had that tape going back in my head, what is my purpose? You know, there's got to be something more than this. I call that trigger awakening. So that's when you want to become more aware of things around you. So that's when you want to start really digging deep into your soul and being like, okay, I keep saying there's something more than this. Okay, I know I have a purpose. I know there's something more for me. What is it? Why do I keep feeling that way? Trigger awakening. That's what I call it. Because that's what it did to me. It completely triggered me. I'm going to say hi back. Hi. Let's see if I can do this and talk at the same time. No, I can't. Come on in, people. Come and watch. Come and watch. We're going to keep rolling with it. Please let me know that you're here. Hi, everybody. We're going to talk about spiritual awakening. If you're just bouncing on, if you want to send me a purple heart, that'd be lovely. I'll try to send things back as well. If you have any questions or comments, I love them. So let me know what you're thinking or feeling or have questions about. So we were talking about trigger awakening. Okay, trigger awakening is that thing that keeps going back in your head. There's more than this. There's something more to this. I know I have a purpose. Okay, so we want to become more connected with ourselves at this time. We want to maybe even seek into faith. Maybe we're looking to a connection with a higher source, maybe with God. Maybe you go back to your faith roots. Maybe you start talking and really working with the universe. That's another sign, is when you're really searching for that higher source, that higher power. You're looking for the answer. We're always looking for answers, right? But we're looking for that answer. So we start to go to the higher source. That's another one. Some of the times people get awakening when they go through something tragic, when they change in age. Maybe if something in their life changed, like all of a sudden they become an empty nester, or maybe they went through a divorce or a horrible breakup, or maybe they just woke up one day and they're like, something's got to be better than this. Or maybe you were born with this your whole time, your whole life, and then it was like knock, 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 knock as you got older, and you're like, okay, what's going on? And then, hello, you are awakening. And it is amazing when you awake, because things become so clear. Like I said earlier, I can't believe how much I could see things clearer. I felt more stable. I felt more balanced. My relationships got better. I mean, it's incredible when you embrace it, when you allow it, what it can do for you. Because, we always say like our mind is running us, right? When we awaken, our soul takes the lead. That's powerful. Our soul leads us to where we need to lead. It takes us where we need to go. We just got to let it. We just got to get out of the way. And I'm going to talk about that too. We become face to face with our divinity. I mean, that's what we're doing. So let's ask ourselves, am I awakening? I'm gonna just kind of list a couple of signs. There's 100 different signs, but I'm gonna kind of list the most recent or the most popular ones. And also, again, like I said earlier, I'm going on a lot of my experience. So increased being empathy, increased empathy. You're using your intuition, that gut feeling, that mother intuition. You're using that more. You're more in tuned with it. You're feeling more for people. Maybe when before you didn't care about something, all of a sudden you're like, I kind of care about that now. You're starting to be more aware of what's going on in the world, and you have empathy for it. Another one is you're super drawn to nature. Now, we all know, people that know me from way back in the day, is I never really was nature. Now, I love to be outside. I love to lay out in the sun. I love to swim, that kind of stuff. But now I find myself, I don't mind sitting in the trees or in the woods. I love meditating on the grass. I love throwing off and as a manicurist, the one thing you always say, keep your feet covered, don't walk barefoot, blah, blah, blah. Well, now I want to be grounded and I'll whip up those shoes and socks and I will walk in the earth. I will walk on the ground because I want to become more with nature. I resonate with it now. And that's another sign that you are spiritually awakening. Another one is it's really hard for you to be around negative people or negative situations. All of a sudden you're finding yourself like, I can't be around it. It's driving me crazy, or I don't understand why they're so negative, or I can't just be around that situation. I don't need that in my life right now. Like you'll start to notice, like you'll start saying things that you've never said before. Like, I don't need that in my life. Where before you might have just, okay, well, let me help you. Let me do this. I'll be in that negative situation. And then you just go down with it. No. You'll start to notice that you want to stay positive. You want to be in a peaceful environment. You want to be around people that are happy. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? You find yourself that you also want to fit in somewhere. You're looking for that place where you belong. And a lot of times we don't really feel like we belong anywhere. Like, I used to call myself the misfit because I just never felt like I fit. Like, I get along with everybody and I care about everybody, but just to have that community where you guys all had like mind thinking and you guys all like the same things, and I didn't really have that all the time. So I found myself, as I was getting older, I was looking for that tribe, if you will. We call it the Revive tribe. But yeah, you're looking for that tribe, and or somebody that will just let you sit in and just be. You'll find yourself you just want to be. And everyone that knows me too, I'm a mover and a shaker. I'm like boom, 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 boom. But there's many, many times I just want to be. I love being in my own space and just sitting. And I might meditate, I might listen to music, or I might just sit here and just be. Just being in the present moment. You're going to find out that you're not looking at the past and you're not really looking at the future. You're really looking right here, being in that present moment. And that's another sign that you're a spiritual awakening. Numbers. You keep seeing a sequence of numbers over and over and over. The angels are always trying to get a hold of us. The angels are always trying to talk to us. But also, it's a spiritual awakening. If you keep 111, 222, you keep seeing a sequence, like I always seen 26, 26, 26. And so it's another sign. Numbers is another sign. Hey, Amy, thanks for popping on. But anyways, that's another sign. Another sign is you're being drawn to different things. You're being drawn to like crystals, like all of a sudden you're like intrigued. This is tourmaline, by the way, it's awesome. You're being drawn to crystals, or you want to learn about oils, or you want to learn about, get an energy healing or meditation, angels. All of a sudden you're really constantly looking for something better. Remember I said it earlier? There's got to be something better than this. I know there's something else better than this. And that's one of the things. You're looking for that next thing. You want to connect to something higher than yourself. So, hey, I'm going to write back. You know what? I'm going to send a purple heart. I got to find my hearts. Where's my hearts? Well, okay, I'm going to send a pink heart and a kissy. There you go. Okay, can't find my purple heart. So you want to learn more. You're drawn to this stuff, right? You're drawn to find out more and more and more about anything spiritual or anything enlightenment, or anything that can make you feel better. Self-help. That's a big one. Looking for that self-help. All of a sudden you think you need to be, get with people that know more than you so you can learn from them. Okay, that's another thing. That's a huge, huge, huge sign. Like all of a sudden you hear the word chakra and you're like, I have no idea what that is, but I need to learn about it. That's an awakening. Another one is you're drawn to different colors. Like all of a sudden you're drawn to all the aura colors, the chakra colors, all those different colors. Ding, 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 knock, knock, knock. That can be an awakening. This is huge. This one, next one. Authenticity. Being authentic. You all of a sudden, it's very important to you to be around people that are authentic, or yourself to be authentic. And all of these little things is raising your vibration, raising your frequency. So when we're negative, we're down here. We're like, ugh, and we're all like tired, and we're just, ugh, life sucks, and ugh. But when you start to raise your vibration, you got a little pep in your step. You're happy, you see joy, you want peaceful things, the world seems brighter to you. That is raising your vibration, and that's why these little things are awakening. They awake you. They're waking you up to lift you up. I'm going to say that again. I like that. They're waking you up to lift you up. I love that. Letting go of attachments. Let that shit go. Bye-bye, baby. Let it go. Because when we hold on to things, what happens? We get way down. We got to stay up, right? Because we want to be happy. So we want to be joyful. We want peace in our life. Yes. So let those attachments go. Another thing is not being fearful of death. I mean, a lot of people are afraid to die, or they're afraid of death. Removing your fear of the afterlife, removing your fear of what's on the other side. That is another sign of spiritual awakening, is removing that fear. On the flip side, when we start to awaken, and when we start to lift our vibration, and we start to allow ourselves and accept ourselves to raise ourselves to a different level and get rid of the negativity and get rid of everything that's holding us down, we start to shed things. We start to shed, like the light forces us to shed. I like to call it shedding, because it's literally like you're shedding it off. You're shedding it off. But the mask comes off. Whoop, it's gone. So all these years, or all these times when you thought you were this one person, right? All of a sudden you become awoke. And you start to see yourself for who you are. There's got to be something better to this. Like I said earlier, that's your first sign that your soul is leading the way. Your soul is talking to you. Listen and let it do its work. So let's shed off that mask. Let's shed some of that childhood wounds that we've had. Let them go. It's time to let go so you can lift up. So you can be the person that you are supposed to be. Shed everything that you've done to somebody, or they done to you. Let that shit go. You don't need it. Let it go. That was then. This is now. We want to be in the present moment. That's another thing, like when I said earlier about spiritual awakening, is we find ourselves being in the present moment. We want to be in the present moment. So we can't keep looking backwards, right? We can't keep harshing on what happened to me. Oh my God, that happened to me, and da-da-da. Now, there's some horrible things that did happen, and I'm not saying letting go is forgetting. No, gosh, no. What I'm saying is letting go is just letting it go for now. Just let yourself heal from it. And some things are going to be like that, and some things are going to be a lifetime, and that's okay. But the cool thing is that you're working on it, and you're doing it, and you're lifting your vibration with it, and you're awakening with it. And that's the beautiful thing. Shed judgment. People are so judgy. I know that I'm sure I am, or was. I'm not now, because I'm really aware of it, but I'm sure back in the day, I'm sure I was. That's our society. That's the first thing we do. Judge, 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 judge. When you're awakening, when you're spiritual awakening, all of a sudden, people that judge, you don't want to be around them, because you're just like, ooh, wow, is that what I sounded like? Wow, is that what I was like? I don't want to be like that. So judge the judgment, not only on others, but on you. We judge ourselves so bad. It's horrible. I'm like the worst one for myself. I am the biggest and hardest critic on myself. And anyone that knows me, they'll tell you. They get mad at me. But I'm better. Because I work on it. I work on it every single day. But you got to get rid of the judgment. Whether it's on you, especially on you, and then on other people. That's another sign that you're spiritually awakening, because all of a sudden you're like, I just can't be around that. Like, they're judging people. Can't do it. Ain't gonna have it. Another thing is shed the emotional baggage. This is a tough one. Like, these are tough, right? So, but when you start to awaken, and when your soul is starting to lead you in a direction, these are some of the things that might happen. I'm giving you my experience, okay? So these are some of the things that happen for me, and these are some of the things too that they will do for you, maybe. And you might have, everybody has different ways of enlightenment and different things that are going to happen. I call it the flip side. So if you're just tuning in, thank you for coming. Yay! Send me a hi, send me a purple heart, something. But actually shedding the emotional baggage, that's a tough one. It's tough because sometimes our emotions protect us. Sometimes we need those emotions to feel something. And sometimes we shut the emotions down because we don't want to feel. And we want to become numb, or we are numb because of whatever reason in our lives going on. But one of the things when you start to spiritually awaken, you're going to notice that emotional baggage is it's going to go away. It's definitely going to go away. And you're not going to be holding on to it. It's not going to suffocate you anymore. And that was one of my biggest things, because I had a lot of emotional baggage. Who doesn't, right? And I did. And that was so amazing and so relieving when that started to shed. It was just like, get off. Woo! Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye. Another thing is, sometimes when we start to spiritual awake, our shadow self comes up. Now, I don't know, has anyone heard of shadow self? Shadow self can be really difficult to look in the eye. And usually what shadow self is just the bad stuff about ourselves we don't like. And it's our ego. We all have ego. Every single one of us have ego. Ego can not just be egotistical, but it's your self-doubt. It's your insecurities. It's the stuff that you don't like. It's the bad stuff you don't like about yourself. It's the one person you don't want to be, right? So when we're awakening, okay, how can I say this? Okay, so think of this. Okay, I wish I had a chalkboard, but I don't. So we'll just make do. So think of yourself. Okay, so think of your ego as a box. Okay, just as a box, and everything's in this box, right? And now we're awakening, right? So we're lifting our vibration, we're lifting our frequency, we're getting rid of old stuff, we're letting that shit go, right? We're getting rid of all the baggage, we're shedding. We know that there's something better for us. We know there's a purpose for us, right? But our ego is this box. And when we start to crumble and we start to upset the box, what do you think our ego does? It gets really staticky. It gets really upset when we're trying to change things that it's been this way for so long. So when we're trying to better ourselves, when we're trying to shed some of this old stuff, that ego is in that box just having a fit. It's like, so what does it do? It keeps coming back at you. It keeps talking to you. It keeps telling you, no, you can't do this. No, don't enlighten. I don't want that. Because it doesn't like change. It doesn't. It's our insecurities. It's our self-doubt. And that's another thing when you start to enlighten. That stuff gets better. It truly, truly does. I was one of the most insecure people you would have ever met. It was crazy, but I was. But when I started to enlighten, when I started to awake and started to shed all the stuff I didn't need anymore, I have confidence now. I know who I am and I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I found my purpose. And it's so enlightening. It is amazing. And I love what I do. I love what I do, and I do what I love, and so can you. Anybody can do it. So there's a couple of powerful lessons that I learned doing this too. I'm going to give you 3. I could go hours about spiritual enlightenment because there's so much to it, and everybody does do it differently. Everybody does have a different way. I'm just kind of giving you my experiences, so if you're just jumping on and you missed some of the beginning, this is mostly my experiences and what I've learned and what I've taught, and some of my clients as well. Okay, so stay out of your own way. Everybody that comes into Revive or knows me, I say that. How many times, you guys? Like, too much? I know. It's true. We get in our own way. That is such a powerful statement. Stay out of your own way. It's your ego again, right? Here it comes. Ba, 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 ba. Get out of the way, man. Take a seat. I got a job to do. I got work to do. I need to better myself. I want to feel good. I want to feel free. So get out of your own way. When we are enlightening, we're going to learn new things. We're going to have new people in our lives. Our circle's going to grow. The hardest thing is you're going to start to see things and people differently. You're going to start to really awake through your eyes. You're going to see things like, you're like, wait a minute, was that like that this whole time and I didn't know it? I mean, you're going to start to see relationships the way that they are too. And I'm not saying you're going to go and change all your relationships and you're going to break up this and not talk to this person. I don't mean that. I didn't do that. My thing is, what I mean when I say that is, you're going to see the relationship for what it is and who it is. And it's going to make sense to you. Where before you might have felt like it was a negative situation or relationship and it could have been toxic, you're going to see it through a different eyes. When you're spiritually awake, you see things differently and it makes more sense to you. Now, if it is toxic and you don't want to be around it, then walk away. That's okay. You got to do what's better for you. Like I said in the beginning, one of the signs is you don't want to be around negative situations or people, and that might be one of them. So you're going to start to see things for what they really are. And that's a really big lesson to learn. Get out of your own way. Let your soul lead. Our mind has led for so long, and then we awake. And now it's your soul. Your soul's talking to you. Your soul's leading the way. So let it. Just let it. It can be scary. It really can. But you know what? It's so amazing when you do. It changes your life. And it changes your life with people around you. And you're going to notice too that when you awake and they start to see how great you feel, and you have a different look about you, and how the way that you might have processed something and now you can process it differently and respond differently, people will join on with you. They want part of that too. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So just make sure you get out of your own way. Let the soul lead the way. And I even in the beginning too, because, I like to be in control. Who doesn't, right? I wrote it and then I did like a little poster thing and I put it as a screensaver on my phone. And I put, let my soul lead. Take the back seat. Let my soul lead. And I would look at that, and every time I'd flip my phone, I'd be like, okay, okay. It's leading. I'm backing off. And now I just let it go, and whatever happens, happens. I'm along for the ride, and it's been fun. I love this ride. Okay, number 2, spend some alone time. I don't mean like isolate yourself and say, oh, don't ever talk to me again. I can't. No. I'm talking like 20 minutes. Take a hot bath, Go into nature. Sit into nature. Meditate. Journal. I love to journal. I love to journal. I like things just to fly through me and write down everything I need. My soul needs to let me know. Or, my higher self needs to tell me. Or just sit. Just be. Just be in that present moment and take a moment and just be there. Because sometimes when we're with people all the time, what happens? We listen, and then we don't really listen to our soul. We don't really listen to ourselves, right? Because we're getting guided by other people. But everybody has their own path. Everybody does. And your path might be different than this person. And that's great. That's beautiful. But you have to be able to let yourself lead. You have to be the one to let the soul go and lead for you. So take some alone time. Take a bath. 20 minutes. If you get an hour, bonus. It's hard to get an hour. But if you can take 20 minutes and just be by yourself. And the third one, don't get stuck. We get stuck. Our shadow self sticks us. Here it comes, talking, and we get stuck. So if a situation comes up, or you feel like, oh my gosh, am I really seeing those numbers? Oh my gosh, am I really awakening? Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? You know what? And all of a sudden you hear this like, no, you can't do that. No, that's not right. No, you're going crazy. You're in your mind. You're going crazy. You're going crazy. You know what? That's your shadow talking. So don't get stuck with it. Just cradle it, observe it, cradle it, send it love, and let it go. So when I get a thought in my mind, or I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to wackadoo. Is this really happening? Is this really happening? I cradle, I observe, I cradle, I love it, and I let it go. And it sounds easy. It is easy. You just got to do it, right? Those synchronicities that come up, that's a sign of awakening. You know, there's no coincidences, you guys. There's no coincidences. There isn't. So you got to trust that. So when we awake, sometimes we feel like we're going bashoogie. We feel like we're going crazy. We're not. We're not. We're just becoming that one thing that we said in the beginning. There's got to be something better than this. There's got to be something better. And that's what we are. We're starting to find out what our purpose is. And what a beautiful thing. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. Because so long we sit in the dark, right? I mean, how many of you out there have sat in the dark? And I don't mean literally physically. I mean like you wake up, you go do what you have to do, you come home, you do your routine, you go to sleep, and you get back up. And you're just like this, right? Same old, same old, same old, same old. It's like, to me, that's like living in the dark. When you awaken, a big light goes off. And your mind is blown by all the beautiful things that start to come in your way. Relationships that come in your way. I mean, job opportunities, you know. It doesn't have to always be material. It's you. It's you being you, whatever that may be. And when you become you, what I love, what happens is this empowerment comes over you. Incredible, incredible empowerment comes over you. And you feel unstoppable because you are. You really are unstoppable. We're the only ones that stop us. Remember, powerful lesson number 1, stay out of your own way. Stay out of your own way. Be that powerful being that you know that you are. And let all these little things happen to you. Become awake. It is the most amazing thing. It is. Allow yourself to have that spiritual awakeness. Can't talk. I've been talking too much. What do you guys feel? Have you guys had anything? Has anything came to you that has been a spiritual awakening? Or are you not sure if it was? Let me know. You know, does this resonate with you guys? Does this make any sense to you? Because it's amazing, like I said, there are so many other different signs. I only touched on just an itty bitty part of them. There's a lot of different signs. You just have to be able to notice them, accept them, and be aware of them. That's all. And allow them. You know, just allow yourself to awake. You know, get around somebody that knows about it. Ask questions. Read about it. You know, there's a lot of different articles out there that you can read on. There's a lot of YouTube you can go to. Some are really great. Some are like, you know, you'll pick and choose. Figure out what resonates to you. But, I mean, there's so many people out there that have been through awakening. There's so many people out there that can help you find out, is this really happening? You know, trust your intuition. That was another one in the beginning. Your intuition is dead on. We are all born with intuition. Every single one of us. We are all born with a gift of some sort. Some have multiple gifts, and some maybe just one or two. We all have it. Trust it. Just that gut instinct. If this feels good, you rock with it. If this feels bad, you better listen to it, because it is talking to you for a reason. It's your soul leading the way. So, yes, this is part of, I mean, I could do hours and hours and hours. Yes, Fred, trust. Fred, you know me, right? That's all I say to him. Every time I see him, I'm like, trust, trust, trust. I say that to everybody. You have to trust your gut. You have to trust your instinct. You really, really have to trust, trust, trust. It is so incredibly important because that soul is talking to you. That intuition is leading you where you need to be. It's telling you, this is my next step. Or, hey, oh, here's another one. Here's another one. I don't even think I listed this. I might repeat if I did. My bad, sorry. All of a sudden, you are drawn to different things. You're drawn to this, you're drawn to that, you're drawn to this, you're drawn to that. You're like, why? Why am I drawn to this? Why not? Investigate it. Find out about it. Read about it. Go to a class. Go do this. Find out about it. There's a reason. Everything that happens to us there's a reason for it. Everything that happens to us. So there's a reason why this person came into your life. There's a reason why this person left your life. There's a reason why this job came to you, and there's a reason why that job didn't come to you. So there's always all these different reasons. And sometimes we get stuck, remember? We get stuck in the typical thinking of either woe is me, or why did this happen, or blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Just step back, okay? Step back and be in the present moment and just wait a minute and think about, okay, I probably didn't get that job because there's a reason, and I might not know now, and I may never not know, but I know that it was in the highest good for the reason, okay? It probably really stinks. I really, really wanted it, but whatever, okay? So one thing too is when you're awakening, you're gonna also notice, hi Sue, hi Aunt Susie. One thing you're gonna notice too is that negative things that happen to you. Okay, so if something negative happens, you know there's always one or two positive things in that negative. You just have to find out what it is. You might be able to dissect it right then. Okay, so the negative thing is I didn't get this position that I wanted. But because I didn't get that position I wanted, 3 months later, oh my gosh, I got a better position with more money. What? You see what I mean? So you always start to see the positive instead of just dwelling on the negative. That's another reason, that's another part of awakening, is we don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Don't do it. Because we got to keep that high vibration, right? We got to keep us up here. We got to keep that positive. When we awake, we want to rise. We don't want to fall. We want to rise. So you'll start to see things less negative. You'll start to see things in a different light. And when you have a friend or family member and they're like, blah, 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 you're like, you know what? I get it. I see. I meet you where you're at. That's another thing I always say. I meet you where you're at. I meet you where you're at. But let's look at this a different way. Let's pop above it and look down on it, and you're going to see it through different eyes. That's another spiritual awakening. You're going to start to really focus and see things so differently. It's amazing, you guys. It's just amazing. Like I said, I can sit here and talk for hours on it, and this could so be like a 2 or 3 parter. But these are just the little things that I did want to come on today and share with you about what spiritual awakening is. What are some of the signs? Some of the most powerful lessons that I've learned, the 3, I'm going to say them again, that was really, really powerful when I was becoming enlightened. Now, people that know me or have met me, they know that I've had a spiritual gift since I was born. But for many, many years, I wasn't able to use it, or didn't want to use it, or was afraid to use it, or whatever. The thing is that I got in my own way and I got stuck. So when I finally was open to it and wanted to share it with the world, or with my little town of Flushing, I got on my own way and I got unstuck because I had a huge spiritual awakening. And like I said in the beginning, when our spiritual awakenings come, it can come at the most random times. It can come at the worst times. You think it's the worst times, but really it's the best time. It can come after a loss. It can come just one day you wake up, boom. It can come after like a milestone birthday. It can come after, I mean, it doesn't matter when it comes. It shows up when it's supposed to show up. And it's kind of up to us to let it happen and embrace it and let the soul lead us. So it's pretty, it was pretty amazing for me. And that's why I feel like I just want to share it with everybody. You know, I mean, I know so many people that are so not awake, you know, and I see them struggle, and I see where they wish they had something different in their life, and they wish they, well, you can. It all goes with you. It starts with you, and it starts with trusting yourself, and it starts with choices. And I can sit here and act like it's super easy and, oh yeah, just flick a switch and here we go. It isn't. It isn't easy. Change isn't easy. But you know what? Sometimes that's just what we need. Sometimes we just need that little bit of change. Sometimes we just need to awake. And let's just see our life. We get one life on this earth right now. So let's live it to the fullest. Why can't we? Right? I mean, this is what we're on this earth for. We're here to learn lessons, and we're here to live. So why don't we go and live? And that's what I chose. I wanted to live. I wanted to experience life, and I wanted to use the gifts that I have, and I wanted to be the best version of myself. And it's credible, and you can be too. So if you have any of these symptoms that I talked about earlier, don't poo-poo them, embrace them, grab them and run with them, learn about them. Get with somebody that you can resonate with and that you can learn from. There's so many great mentors and coaches and teachers and, you know, out there that would love to help you. So go with it. Run with it. Okay, Fred. Other people may see you changing even though you don't see yourself. That's true. Thank you for that. Other people may see you changing even though you don't see it yourself. Very, very true. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. Yes, that is true. It can be so subtle that people are like, something's different about you. The first thing they're going to say is, what'd you do to your hair? I get that a lot. But I do a lot of stuff to my hair. But they'll say, did you do something to your hair? Are you have new makeup? Did something change? But yes, they're going to start to see notices about you. They're just not quite sure what it is. And then you're gonna find too that people are gonna want to flock around you. People are gonna want to be around you more because you're happy, you're enlightened, you see life differently, you want to live to the fullest, you want to be the best version of yourself, and who doesn't want to be around that, right? You want to be authentic. I can't talk you know what I could talk? I could talk hours again about being authentic. There's so many people out there that aren't. And there's so many people that are. Okay? And when you enlighten, the first thing is all of a sudden you want to be around people that are authentic. You want to be your best you. And you take off that mask. You shed all that crap. And you want to be who you were born to be. And it is, again, incredible when you're able to do that. And you're going to start to notice people, and you'll be like, and you might have this huge group like this, right? And then all of a sudden it might get a little bit smaller, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that they're not fabulous people. It just means that right now, where you're at, they might not just be serving you the right purpose. That's okay. You're not saying nothing bad. You're not talking bad about them. You're not nothing. You just know where you need to be for you. And if that means your circle has to get a little bit different or a little bit smaller, then that's okay. You know, I mean, that was really a hard lesson for me too, is because I love everybody. I love people, and I want people to love me, and I just, But I had to be around people that were true to who they really were. And like I said earlier, this can be really a difficult time when you become enlightened and when you awake, because you start to see things, and you start to see things in people and in your relationships and in your circle, and you might feel lonely sometimes. You might feel like you're the only one in your circle that is going through some of these changes, and it can be lonely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it can be lonely. But then the flip side to it is it can be so rewarding at the same time, because when you start to see and feel and know that you are living your purpose, you are being your authentic self, you are that one thing you were looking for, there's something better out there and you're finally doing it, right? It's okay to have to make some changes. And sometimes, like I said earlier, people come in your life at the right time, and then people leave your life at the right time. People come in situations and jobs, and I'm not just talking about people, but different things come because it serves a purpose for that moment. But when that purpose is served, it goes away. And then it might come back, and then it goes away, and then it might come back, and then it goes away. It just depends on what it is. But it serves the purpose at that time. And as humans, it's really hard for us too, because, we are taught at a very young age, and society, like, you shouldn't just discard people. I would never discard people. I don't feel that's true to who I am, but I will limit my time with somebody or with a group or something if it's not in my best interest, if it's bringing me down, if it's making me feel bad, I shed that shit. Sorry, Jude, I said shit. But I shed it. I can't have it on me, right? It doesn't feel good. It's not warm and cozy to me. I can't do it anymore. I could before, but after I awoke, I can't do that anymore. And you're going to find that you can't either. And that's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're mean. It just means like, hey, I love you, but right now I need to go in this direction. I have this path that I'm going to take, and you take your path. But we're still, it's all good. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. I don't even know I got on that rampage, but I did. But it's incredible. Just let yourself awake. Let your soul lead. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So, okay, I'm going to be here next week. I don't know, does anyone have any questions or any comments? Anything? Hi, Ryan. Hello. Miss seeing you every week. Let's see. Any questions or anything? Okay, so, any comments? I hope this helped you guys. Like I said, I just like scraped the top of the surface. That was it. There's so much more to spiritual awakening. But I really hope this helped you guys. I will be here next week at 3 o'clock. What I think I'm going to do is, I am going to talk about auras. Not next week. I want to wait a week or two. But I definitely, so I bought these 2 new books. I haven't even opened them. I have no clue what they're about. I was literally at the bookstore, and I was walking down an aisle, and I'm not kidding you. They fell on my foot. Like, I was just walking by. I wasn't even looking at the bookshelf, and just bam, bam. Like, one fell, and then I picked it up, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Where is it? Isn't that cute? I go for cute. It's cute. So I thought, I don't even know that there's no description. There's no nothing. I didn't even open it. I didn't open it. I thought, this is adorable. I gotta have it. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I mean, there's nothing on it, you guys. Nothing. So I bought it. I don't even know how much it was. So I bought it. And then another book fell. Bam. Not on my foot, but on my leg. As I was walking down a different aisle, and I thought, okay, all right, come home with me. And that one is, what is that one called? Divine Wisdom. Haven't read it, haven't opened it, have no clue. But what I'm going to do is I don't know what book. I'll let Spirit tell me. But we're going to open it up. I'm just going to flip to a page. Okay? And then we're going to talk about it. And Lord knows what's in it because I have no idea. They are spiritual books, so it's going to be something spiritual. But I'm going to flip it open and we're going to talk about it. So I hope you join me next week. I'm so thankful that you guys came on this today, on this rainy day. But I appreciate all of you so incredibly much. And please reach out to me. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love hearing from people. Let me know if you have anything you want me to talk about. I am going to talk about afterlife. I am going to bring a guest on. I got so many plans, you guys, so many plans. We have a lot going on too at Revive, so keep up with our calendar. We have so much stuff. Please, please, please mark your dates for June 30th. This is huge, huge, huge. June 30th from 1 to 3. I might extend it an hour, but right now it's from 1 to 3. We're having our 5-year anniversary. What? 5 years? Wait, no, I know. 5 years. So excited. If you can come, it's going to be one kick-ass party. It's just a party. We're not doing services or anything. I just want to have fun. We're going to have music and we're going to have food. We're going to have tons of cake because cake's important to me. Everyone knows that. We're going to have so much fun. We are going to do paint your own Zen rocks. Everything's complimentary. And we're going to have plant your own succulents. I just drew a blank. And then a couple of other things, activities. So it's family friendly. Please come. I'm so pumped. We're so excited and blessed that we're able to be here for 5 years. 5 more, baby. Woo, woo. So, yes. So thank you for joining. And let me know if you have any ideas. Let me know how you like this. Did you even like it? Let me know. Like, was this informational? Was it good? Did you learn something? And then we'll go from there. All right. So everybody have a fabulous day. I am sending you nothing but love and sparkles. And I hope you guys have a great, great rest of the week. And I hope to see you next week at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Oh, one more thing. I got to do another plug because, you know, Thursday, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Teresa and I are going to be doing Mind Vibe Talk Radio. So we're on Blog Talk Radio. It is online. You get to it on your computer. We are going to be talking about taking self-doubt and turning it into self-care. Yes, we get, you know, we talk deep and we really do. We get deep subjects and we just hit them hard. So if you can join us, I will have all the links up that you can join us. Or if you want to rewatch it or re-listen to it, that would be awesome. But yes, so Mind Vibe, it's MYNDVIBE, and we are on Blog Talk Radio Thursdays at 1 o'clock. We do take callers. We do. And we also have a chat, so you can chat with us while we are speaking. That would be awesome. So I hope all of you have a great day. Mwah. Love you all. Send in love and sparkles. Bye, everybody.